A glass fish tank is designed to be placed on a stand in the corner of a room with a perpendicular walls. The tank can be modeled using part of a cylinder. The inner length of the fish tank along the wall is 22 inches, and the height of the tank is 27 inches. How much water to the nearest gallon does the fish tank hold? Well, first of all, we have to understand that the fish tank is only this top part, so we don't care for this bottom part right here. And what was given in the problem was this important information. It is at the corner of a room with the perpendicular walls. So you have to understand there's a right angle here. Now, it also did say that this fish tank is part of a cylinder. Well, we know this is not half a cylinder. It's a quarter of a cylinder. Now, what does that mean? Well, we know that the cylinder looks something like this, and we have a circle on top, right? Now, if I know that the full circle is 360 degrees, and we have this corner, 90, what part of the circle is this? Well, 90 out of 360, that's 1/4 of the circle, which means in this situation, the fish tank is 1/4 the entire cylinder. All right, so now let's go back to the problem. So we want to find the volume of a cylinder. But to be more specific, we want 1/4 of it. So we're going to divide by 4. Now, if you go back to the reference sheet, the formula for finding the volume of a cylinder is base area times height. Okay, so divided by 4. Now, what is the shape of a base of a cylinder? It's a circle. So pi r squared. And then divided by 4. So this represents the volume of the fish tank. Now let's start plugging in information. Pi will leave as pi because we're going to enter that in the calculator as second caret. Just to be clear, second caret, that would give you the pi in the calculator. So we have pi times radius squared times the height of the fish tank divided by 4. Now, once again, you're putting pi in the calculator as second caret times 22 squared times 27. And when you put that in a calculator, you're going to get an extremely long decimal. I just copied the whole number and 4 numbers after the decimal just to show my work. But when you're actually doing the calculations, you highlight the entire decimal. And that entire decimal, then we're going to divide it by 4. And when you do that, we get 10263.5832. Just a review on units, this would be cubic inches since this is volume. So this is the volume of the fish tank. Now, that's not what the problem asked us to do, but we do need volume. The question asked us to find gallons. Now, whatever you want to solve for, put that information on top. So what does that mean? I want to solve for gallon, put gallon on top. Where in the problem do we see gallon? It's right here. So let's write that down. You put gallon on top. But remember, information comes in pairs. So this information of gallon goes with 231 cubic inches. Now, diagonally, we need to find a way to cancel this cubic inch. Well, where can we get cubic inch? Well, we just found the volume of the fish tank. So let's copy that information down. But remember, you're highlighting the whole thing from your calculator screen for that whole decimal thing. So if you look over here, cubic inches cancel. So that leaves you with the units that you want, which is just gallon. So what do we have? We have 1 times the decimal, enter, then divided by 231. And when you do that, we get 44.4310. Once again, the question said nearest gallon, which means whole number. So that would be 44 gallons, which is choice 1.